Ayun, and we're back.
Yes.
So it's our third episode of here in our podcast, and thank you for those of you who tuned in last Monday as we talk about long distance relationship. Maraming
Mhm.
salamat, and we appreciate you taking time to listen, and
Yeah.
hopefully you were encouraged and got something from it. I know there's a lot of discussions about it, even on Facebook. In our Facebook, Nolly, have you seen that there are people who said
Mm.
that they disagreed that it won't work. For some, it won't work. And there are even some men who said na no talaga ang long distance relationship. But just like what we said, it can work for others. Just like sa atin, it work, but probably it worked on us to us. Probably sa iba hindi siya mag-work, but nonetheless, ang ano naman natin, ang goal naman natin dito is to learn something. No, learn something from what we've experienced, and we're sharing what we've experienced. And Ollie, what's been happening? Well, so what are you guys up to?
Mm. Well, bago ko sagutin yan na to add up, ganun talaga eh. Kaya sinabi natin sa dulo, it's not for everyone. Kaya
True.
meron akong may nagtanong sa akin about it. Sabi nga niya, ano ba ang hirap talaga ng long distance relationship. Tatlong bagay. Sabi ko, exactly, it's long. Hindi mo alam kung kailan. You're distant from each other. Distance. And relationship. It's hard. So, sabi ko yung tatlong words na nag-compose dun sa long distance relationship para triple threat na triple ano talaga yung
Triple
whammy na
kill
parang
ba? Triple kill?
oh, triple kill eh, Brad. Yung relationship alone mahirap na yun eh. Eh
True.
may distansya pa. Tapos yung hindi mo alam kung kailan kayo magkikita. So,
Yeah.
again, at the end of the day, we're discussing these things to open and parang kumbaga sa plato, ihain sa inyo na it's up to you. It's your decision. We're not forcing our ideas to you. Kaya sabi namin, we're hoping na it would open up your eyes na talagang if ever you would think of a relationship na may isang aalis, then you have to make a plan as soon as possible na kailangan magkita tayo.
Yeah.
But alam mo yun, may plano kayo. So, I think nakuha natin yung goal na merong nag-react,
That's true.
nagsabing mahirap. So, we're hope na na-challenge ka na ilaban na hindi kayo ba dapat maghiwalay kung alam mo yun? Kasi that's the goal eh. And the end goal
Yeah.
is the family needs to be together.
True. True.
Anyways, so kamusta kami? We're fine. Bro, nag-nursery na yung anak ko for 2 days. So
Wow.
grabe. It's a bit of mixed emotions kasi ako yung naghatid nung parang kailan ba yun? Tuesday. Ang hirap nakakapit siya sa pantalon ko, Brad. Tapos hindi ko na sa tiningnan. So sabi ko, anak, bye. Parang ganun. So, but she was able to finish half of the session. The following day, dapat buong araw siya. But at the end of the day, I think nagkameron siya ng, well, diarrhea. So pinauwi siya half day. But she's fine, getting better. Meron nga, bago ko tapusin to, no, kahapon ata, uh, tinanong namin siya, so what do you want, what are we going to do tomorrow? Tapos siya nagsabi, well, I'm going to nursery. Sabi ko, kami nagkatingin na kami
Mm.
mag-asawa, sabi ko, nai-ingrain na sa kanya na yung, I need to go to nursery. So,
Yeah.
alam mo yun, parang, wow. Okay, that's good. Thank you, Lord. But that's the week, so we're hoping next week, mas maging okay. Ikaw
Yeah.
ba, bro? Kamusta si Kat? Kamusta ang pagbubuntis ni Kat? Kayo as a family?
Well, we're doing fine. Actually, yung brother-in-law ko, I don't know if I mentioned that last time in our episode, but he's here right now. He's currently looking for a job, so there's someone with us, and we're grateful to that.
Mm.
And hopefully, he'll be able to find a job here. At the same time, si Kat naman, we had her checkup last time, and the doctor said the baby's healthy. He's actually, sorry, see, he's actually positioning himself already.
Yun.
So
Brad.
hopefully hindi na siya maglikot-likot pa. Pero sabi ni Kat, ano eh, malikot eh. Especially
Come
at
on.
night. Umiikot eh. Parang galaw ng galaw eh. Pero it just means that he's healthy and active and we're
Yeah.
grateful to that. And yeah, looking forward as we um, only have a month to go actually, as the doctor said, either April 15
Wow.
or May
Come on.
15. So I just remember a while ago when you were saying that you brought Aurora
Aurora.
sa nursery.
Nursery.
We
Yeah.
were like, I was like a while ago, wow. I was
Oo,
just
Brad.
seeing Ara before she was pregnant.
Yeah.
And now your child is in nursery now. Wow.
Oo. We've been praying for Ara pa na, noong time na yun. Na maging,
True.
pero ngayon nursery
Imagine,
na.
sobrang bilis ng panahon. Sobrang bilis
Mm-hmm.
ng panahon. So, but we're grateful. We're grateful for the things that's happening, even the challenges that we
Yeah.
face. Kasi we know that through those things, we are being strengthened. We are being
Yeah.
strengthened. And so, just a short recap, just like what we've said last week.
Mm,
We talk about long distance relationship. A lot of you reacted, and some reacted like hindi talaga. But nonetheless, yun nga, hopefully, you guys were encouraged and you got something from it. Kung hindi ka naman nasa long distance relationship, eh di magaling. Mahusay.
mahusay.
Especially as we had that second episode wherein if you're a family, we're really discouraged or we want to pray for you. Not really
Mm,
discouraged, but we want to pray for you that you'll be able to be with your family, whether you're
yeah.
working abroad or even sa ano, same country kayo pero magkalayo kayo.
Yeah.
Hopefully, God will do something, a miracle that will bring you together. Na hindi
Yeah.
magiging challenge yung distance for your marriage to
Mm,
grow apart. But it will as we are one, the marriage is one. Even you being with your family, with the kids, na makita mo rin lumaki yung mga bata na being there, being with them.
yeah. That's good. Okay, so moving forward, ano ba yung topic natin? We talk about long distance relationship. Doon pa rin tayo sa relationship series, ano. Tuloy-tuloy natin 'to. Di man siya parang progression from start to ano, pero at least yung every topic that we can think of relationship.
Yeah.
So, for tonight's topic, hopefully matapos tayo on time. we we're trying our best. Pero may exceed kami sa oras. So, the topic and question is how men know she's the
She's the
one.
one.
Yan yung mga
Yes.
tanong eh. Paano mo malalaman na siya na? Siya
No?
na.
Siya na
Yan
ba?
na.
Siya na ba?
Siya
Siya
na
na
ba?
ba?
Siya na ba? Oo. Oh. Ayan.
Siya na nga,
So,
siya na nga.
so may mga questions around that question or that topic. Now we will try to to answer or maybe say is it true or false? Do
Yeah.
for us yun ba yung naging take namin or what do we think about that question or anything? So again, it's not right or wrong answer kung ano man yung idea nyo. We will just say things na ito yung idea namin. So
True.
hopefully can add up to kung ano man yung kung nandun ka sa stage ngayon na ang dami mong pinamimilian. Yeah, sobrang
Yan.
pogi mo.
Yun.
Ang dami mong ang dami
Gopang-gopo sa
mong list.
sarili, Brad.
Oo. Ang dami mong lista na ano. So hopefully makatulong to and baka hindi mo pa natatanong yung mga tanong na nandito. And we'll
Or
see. So,
or probably you're in a
mm,
stage wherein you're praying, you want
yeah.
to you know to yourself you're in that season already.
Yeah.
You want to get married, you want to know who really kung sino ba talaga yon, yung babaeng
Yeah.
yon, or you know to yourself that you're ready to get married and yet wala pa rin, wala kang makita, or probably may na mga nakikita ka, sobrang dami mo naman nakikita, pero hindi mo naman kung sino doon. 'Di ba?
Tama.
Kasi may mga pagkakataon that you're ano ko eh, dahil nga sa sobrang gwapo mo, ang dami mong kaibigang babae. So ngayon,
Totoo.
hindi mo alam kung ano ba, sino ba doon, o sino ba yung wife material dito, or sino ba talaga, and you're praying, or probably you're asking some men or married men na kung paano ba malaman, and that's what we're gonna talk about tonight.
Yeah. All right. So, ano ba yung mga tanong? Eto ba bro, nung naghahanap ka ng, well, kay Kat, bago ka dumating kay Kat, no? May mga questions ka ba na ganito? I think first question before may tanong dito, ano ba yung ginagamit mo ginagamit mo when you're looking for, that person? Logic ba or emotions or parehas? Ano ka ba? Logical thinker ka ba? As in, sa isip o parang kailangan ganito siya, ganito? Emotion or hindi, she makes me feel, wow, ganito pa, ganito.
Well,
Or both.
actually, bro, before I found Kat, alam mo naman kung ano mga napagdaanan ko noon. You guys were there all throughout the journey. Yung talagang mga surprise visits, yung mga
Yeah.
surprise travel. Oh, pero sa akin, ako kasi emotional na tao ako eh. So,
Mm.
talagang, of course, the first thing that yung parang pumapasok sa akin is that I was attracted. I was attracted to this woman, so ganyan, until such time that, I found Kat. Wherein, that time, actually, wala rin namang masyadong logic or emotions. Pero, I guess yung sa akin doon was the consistency of the communication.
Mm.
Oo, kasi being a man who's far from from everything, you know. Ano parang na ano ko na kung sino yung may makikipag-usap sa akin. Ganon. Who's willing to take
True.
her time to communicate with me. Kasi if wala naman, kasi I've talked to a lot of women, because ako nga, ang trabaho natin mga men is to find that woman. 'Di
Yeah.
ba? So, ako naman, kakahanap ko, wala eh. May makita man, no kaagad. Di ba? So, sa akin, I guess it's neither logic or emotions. It was just the consistency of communication.
Mm.
Siguro yung sa akin. Oo.
Parang dumating ka na sa point na nung una logical ka o parang dapat itong taong to kasi
Oo.
may
Ito,
kaya or eto
yes.
ganyan.
Oo.
Tapos sa emosyon, kailangan okay kami. Eh hindi pares
Oo.
nag-work. So
True. So,
outside kung
consistency
sino
na
na lang
lang.
kung
Although,
sino na lang.
I'm not saying, don't get me wrong.
Oo naman.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that kung sino na lang yung
Oo.
makausap sa'yo and all. Sa akin kasi, ano rin pag-uusapan pa rin naman natin yun as we go
Yeah.
along in this topic. No, but
Yeah.
yung question though, to ask yourself, before knowing she's the one that, logic or emotions. Sa akin lang, yun lang yung
Hmm.
na-experience ko. Yun lang yung
Yeah.
what I stand with during that time is yung kung sino gusto makipag-usap. Yun.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
ikaw ba?
So
Ikaw,
I
bro?
think ako, gusto ko sagutin yan. I think both ang sa akin, logic and emotions. Kailangan parang, okay, I'm planning of things. Kailangan ganito sa... Of course, dapat attracted ka, may emotional, may, alam mo, may feelings ka para dun sa nag-start yun dun. I think most sa lalaki yun eh.
Yun
May
nga rin, no?
attracted ka eh.
Oo, parang sa mga men who's listening right now here in our podcast, come on, don't deny it. The first thing that you saw to that woman is you were attracted, or you are
True.
attracted to that woman. Kaya mo siya nagustuhan.
Yeah.
Huwag mo nang iset aside na hindi kasi ano siya, holy siya or leader siya. Kasi mabait siya. Come on. You're attracted kasi maganda yung tao. Yun talaga
True. Meron
yun.
meron at merong ganun. Ilan
Yes.
pero meron naman na meron din naman na hindi talaga agad. I
Na-develop na lang sa
mean,
friendship.
na-develop na lang sa friendship and then doon niya
Yes.
nakita na, maganda pala 'to, Yung mga pelikula
Oo.
na, maganda pala 'tong kaibigan ko. So may
Yes.
mga gano'n at minsan nangyayari 'yan kasi nakatingin ka naman sa ibang tao.
True.
Another
Parang relate na relate ka, Brad, dun, ah.
hindi, hindi parang may mga gano'n nga
Hindi,
ano.
kasi
So,
I mean, your story, you've been
yeah,
like that, di ba? You've been
parang
in that
denying.
situation, yeah. And we know how we started in the car,
Yeah.
just like what we said in the introduction. And we were trying to tell you what was your standards. And all the
So,
things that you mentioned was her.
true. Parang lumalabas yun pala talaga eh. Anyways, going back. Pero before we will try at the end of the episode, we'll answering yung how men know she's the one. We'll try to give you practical tips. And then yung experiences din namin. Well, nababanggit na naman namin unti-unti kung paano namin in-apply yung mga yun sa wife namin na ngayon. So we'll try end of this episode. So tune in kayo na we will give practical tips. Hopefully it will help you. So moving on dun sa mga questions. Ito may mga kasi mga tanong ka ba na ganito mo kailangan may yung sagot mo dito is para malaman mo na she's the one is natanong mo ba to, can we build an amazing future together? Dapat ba alam mo yun, nakikita mo yung sarili mo na ay magiging maayos kami kasi may trabaho siya or what. I think, sagutin ko to, no? I think laging may ganun eh. Meron at meron na ganun na kaya mo pipiliin yung taong yun para malaman mo although hindi mo malalaman kasi you'll never know what will happen in the future.
Yeah.
Pero you will always have that, at the back of your mind na parang pag ito ba yung pinili ko, magiging okay ba kami in the future? I mean, magiging stable ba kami sa family and all and everything like that. I think there will always be that question in you. Pero hopefully, sa akin, it will never be the sole factor kung bakit masasabi na ay siya na nga. Kasi mayaman siya. O kaya magaling siya sa ganito so matuturuan niya ako. And alam mo yun, what will you gain dun sa relationship? Yun yung iniisip. Of course, tao tayo, ano pa rin yan.
Yeah.
Meron at merong question. Pero hopefully, yung question na to, hindi ka dito ma-stuck.
Yeah.
So yun yung sa akin. Yes, you will think of that. May naisip ko yun, may iisip mo. Pero hopefully, hindi ka dito lang ma-stuck
Nakastick.
na.
Yes.
Nakastick na, okay. Magiging mag-aayos yung buhay ko kapag siya yung napangasawa ko. I think siya na yun. Kasi ganito siya, ganyan. So, siya na lang bibiliin ko.
Kasi marami siyang
So,
investments. Kasi
marami siya
may kotse na
investments.
siya.
May bahay na siya.
True.
So, siya na yun. She's the one.
So, sa akin naman, actually, when I thought of this question, yung pumasok sa isip ko was she willing to go with me where I am now? Parang where I am now. Kasi same thing naman yun eh. Nung single naman ako, single pa kami, nandito na rin talaga ako na sa Armenia eh. So parang, ang question ko nun is, willing ba siyang sumama sa akin? Because I know to myself na hindi pa ako uwi ng Pilipinas. So yun yung talking about can we build an amazing future together? It's more of in the future will she be willing to come with me, to go with me here? Oo. So yun yung question na umano sa isip ko noon. And I just thank God that for her who haven't even fly sa local or domestic flights. And it's her first time to go out of the country. Dito pa. So, I guess yun yung ano ko, naging question ko nun. And hindi na yung ano eh. Hindi na sa akin yung kung stable ba yung job niya or ano ba, paano ba, ano pa ba yung mga material things that usually men things about. Pero sa akin parang think about, parang sa akin hindi na eh. Yun lang yung sa akin. Is she willing to go with me?
Mm.
So, yun.
Okay. So ito pa bro, ito yung isa sa mga tanong daw. Itong mga tanong na to nakuha ko to while I was checking online and everything as a general. Kailangan ba daw for you to know that she's the one? Kailangan ba you're physically and emotionally compatible? Ito yung mga chemistry and compatibility. Ito yung
Yeah.
mga common eh. Kailangan
Yeah.
ba may chemistry kayo, compatible kayo, physically and emotionally para masabi mong she's the one? Have you had this question or do you think this question is valid for for everyone. As again, as we discuss this question, most talaga yung direct namin, yung message dito is for Christian men, okay? So kung meron kami masasabi na parang outside of the general popular view of
Yeah.
men is because we are this um let me talk about late night men again. It's more on focusing on Christian men to help you guys dun sa walk mo with God, but at the same time again, challenge yung men na hindi pa Kristiyano and don't follow Jesus to have that same view and try that view that we have. So, anyways, going back to the question, bro, ikaw ba?
Oo.
As a Have you
I-add ko
had
lang
this
no,
question?
what you said a while ago, if,
Mm.
ano nga, sabi ni Nolly, try nyo lang din, but we're not saying we're experts on
Yeah.
this, but we're just trying to give you some insights that
Mm.
work sa amin, probably hindi mag-work
Good.
sa'yo, pero we'll
Mm-hmm.
see. Try mo rin.
Yeah.
Try to read books, try to listen
Mm.
to some other podcasts that hopefully will lead you to um, di lang right person, but you know that it will be a better you as well.
Yeah.
More than finding the right one, but
Mm.
becoming the better and best you.
Mm-hmm.
So yung questions that factors or and signs that men looks, yung chemistry, compatibility. Sa akin, napaisip nga ako sabi ko, eto yung mga negotiables ko before. That I have this
Mm.
list of
Mm.
what are my negotiables. Like, for example, who's inclined to music, those things,
Mm.
compatibility na emotional na I'm thinking of hopefully hindi siya emotional kasi ako emotional.
Yeah.
Oo, so mga ganun. And sa akin, when it comes to physical, napaisip tuloy ako, ano ba? Dapat ba maliit sa akin, matangkad sa akin? Pero hindi ko na wala akong questions na ganun parang um, hindi ko na hinanap or tiningnan yung ganung factor.
Mm.
So there are certain standards that I had before, like negotiables. Uh, pero hindi ko siya fully, hindi siya period or hindi siya yung nakataga sa bato, kumbaga.
Mm.
It's not that something that non-negotiable.
Mm.
It can still change, but
Yeah.
answering the question, looking at chemistry, may chemistry ba kami? I don't know. You know why? Because wala, even, just like what I shared last episode, online naman kami. So, hindi ko alam yung compatibility, di ba? Sabi ko naman sa'yo, kung sinong gusto makipag-usap sa akin nun.
So parang sa'yo, hindi nyo na nalaman kung may chemistry ba kayo or compatible kayo.
Oo. No, hindi
Kasi
na
nga,
namin. I think we skipped that part. We skipped that part already. Parang,
so,
ano na lang. Sige na, si Lord na lang bahala.
I think in general, chemistry and compatibility, for me, this question, if you will ask this question as you find your, that person that you want to marry, chemistry and compatibility, it's very parang, hindi naman sa mababaw, may factor siya, yes, pero yung kung hahanapin mo yung ito as one of your negotiables, yun yung nabanggit mo. Maganda yun eh. I think this question you should have that negotiable and non-negotiable when asking this question as well.
Yeah.
Kasi kung ito yung non-negotiable mo, na kailangan may chemistry kami at compatibility kami, ay medyo mahihirapan ka
That's true.
kasi hindi kung makita mo man siya na meron kang kamatch na okay lagi kami. Baka magsawa din kayo kasi parehas
Mm,
kayo, wala na kayong mapag-usapan na
true.
iba kasi laging parehas ang gusto nyo. Parang alam mo 'yun. So I think as Christian men, we were thought of you yes you will have chemistry and compatibility as you go as you move
Mm,
into the relationship as you know as you grow alam mo yun day to day pero
mm,
dapat you should complement. I think
mm.
that's the word for us, not chemistry and compatibility
Yes.
but complement. You
Mm,
complement your partner, you complement.
mm.
So ayan nasasagot na natin, sabi ko nga yung tips
And
and everything
yeah, and I
na ano
guess
na natin.
these are the reason why men or people prolong their relationship before getting married.
Yeah.
They wanna know, uh, compatible ba talaga kami? Or will our
Mm,
chemistry work? Pero
mm,
in reality, yung chemistry na yan, eh, malalaman nyo talaga yan if you guys are married.
true.
And then, probably may mga makikinig dito na pilosopo. So that's why we're gonna live in. Pero that's outside of marriage, and it's not
Mm,
something that God wants.
yeah.
It's not something that it pleases the Lord. Wala dun yung blessing.
Mm,
If you're gonna do live-in, kasi ito na yung ano ngayon eh. And trend kumbaga ngayon, ginagawa ng mga tao.
mm,
I have a French friend who's here, and sad to say for me that he doesn't believe in marriage. Pero sa akin lang, ako, ang prayer ko sa kanya is that one day,
mm,
he'll have an encounter with Christ, and
yeah.
ma-realize niya na hindi naman build hindi naman ginawa ni Lord yung partners, couples just to live in and let's try it so that makita natin kung compatible ba tayo. Hindi eh.
Mm,
Hindi. You wanna know if you're compatible to each other, if there's the complement, nagko-complement kayo, then get married.
yeah.
Doon yung makikita. Oh.
Mm.
So, hindi yung
Again?
chemistry. So, those things
Mm,
are just something that, like negotiable. Could
mm,
change. Oo.
yeah. So again, that's talking to Christian men. Okay? Kung hindi ka Kristiyano, it might be offending to you, pero then we're talking to Christian
It's
men.
just a real
So
talk.
it's a real talk sa mga Kristiyano, okay?
Oo.
So, eto ba, I think it's the same thing. You share the same vision. Pero I think pag-isahin ko na tong next question, mahalaga ba sa'yo itong tanong na to, finding the one? Is it one of your non-negotiable? Do you share the same vision, values, and faith?
This
Dapat
is
ba yung taong yun has this, I think, ito yung for you is a non-negotiable question na dapat
Yes.
nandun. Mm,
Actually, just like what you said, it's my non-negotiable. Same
mm,
value, same vision, same faith. That's very
mm,
important to me, especially as what I'm doing here. It's something that, this woman that I'm gonna marry is gonna walk with me. Hindi siya yung magiging, kumbaga, something that will pull me out of where God wants me to be just because of my emotion. Oh, ngayon nga parang I'm just glad that those women said no, because probably they're really meant for other men whom they share the same values. Because
mm,
being with Kat now, seeing how we share the same values and faith, how she wanted herself to be discipled by me and submitting to me, and it's something that what I've been praying for. Na eto na yon, or eto yun, Lord. And sa akin, yung ugali naman, when it comes to her, kasi syempre the values, no, pasok na rin natin yung character eh. Pasok na natin yung character dito. Di ba?
yeah.
Pasok ko lang yung character. Yung character kasi actually naging question ko din siya. What if, we were just talking actually last night, that I told
Mm,
her that one, na before, sabi ko, what if mataray siya? What if suplada siya? What if those things that I don't want to sa isang babae. Pero it's just negotiable. Pero sabi ko nga, when it comes to characters, as long as ito'y Kristiyano, as long as ito'y mahal na mahal si Lord, we share, kasi that's what I want. I know that this person will be changed by God. Kasi if hayaan yung sarili niya mabago ni Lord Kasi nangyari sa akin. I allowed
Mm.
myself to be transformed by God. So,
Mm.
nakita ko sa akin, so gagawin din ni Lord sa kanya yon.
True.
Not for her to be compatible sa akin, but so that she will be the best of her na pag pinag-isa kami ni Lord is we're really one because we share the same values, faith, and vision. Ikaw
Mm.
ba, Nolly?
Yes, na-negotiable din ko din to. Kasi talagang, ang hirap pagka, alam mong Kristiyano ka, naniniwala ka kay Lord, kay Jesus. Tapos yung asawa mo ay hindi. Kasi, ito na lang, when it comes to tithing, and then generosity, alam mo yun, sa sweldo, alam ba,
That's
pag
true.
mag-asawa na kayo, tapos nakita nung asawa mo, teka, nasan yung 10% ng sweldo mo? Saan napunta yun? Nag-tithes ako. Parang bakit tayo nagta-tights? Tapos yung Sunday, wait ka pumunta
Yeah.
ng church.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun, dun pa lang may conflict. Again, at the end of the day, we've known people that married non-Christian and then eventually they became Christian follower of Christ.
Yeah.
This is just to say, especially speaking of men, I'm not talking about women, but men, na yes, if you receive that, I think pupunta tayo dun mamaya na, but I think it's the right topic na, I mean, point na to discuss it. But if you're that man na you clearly, receive from the Lord and you
Yeah.
process it with other people that you are to marry this girl na alam mo hindi Kristiyano, hindi naniniwala, then sino ba kami para, hindi naman kami si Lord para sabihin, hindi, wag mong pakasalan yan or what.
That's true.
Kung yun yung plano ng Panginoon sa buhay mo, wala naman kami, hindi naman kami si Lord, ano? Pero
That's true.
at the end of the day, if you're Christian and if you're a follower of Christ, so mahirap na ngang maghanap ng babae na Kristiyano na talaga naniwala kay Lord. Hanap ka pa dun sa labas na wala ka ng mga accountability and
True.
wala kang guidance, mahirap. Kasi pag dumating ka na dito sa question na to, pag nandun ka na sa punto na talagang, okay, I have this question, pares ba kami ng faith, pares kami ng values, maano ka, ma-flat ka, I think, oo nga, no, hindi kami magkatulad, no? Mahirap. So, doon pa lang, I don't know kung paano ka mag-move on to that
Yeah.
question. So,
Especially bro, kasi we are called to lead as
yeah,
men. So, and how will you lead someone kung ayaw magpa-lead?
true.
Kasi she's not sharing the same values as you are.
Mm.
So parang, it's hard. Kagulo yun.
Mahirap na yung nga sabi ko, mahirap na nga maghanap ng she's the one. Papahirapan mo
True.
pa yung sarili mo. So, anyways, so I think that's, yeah, it's one of our non-negotiable. Eto ba bro, next question. Naging question mo ba to? Is it one of your non-negotiable para masabing she's the one? Na when it comes to her family, na tanggap ako ng pamilya niya? Matatanggap ba siya ng pamilya ko? Yung mga ganon, yung mga Filipino culture na
Yeah, yeah.
okay siya kay nanay, okay siya kay tatay. So, have you had this question in one of the requirements na pag okay tong ano to, I think she's the one.
For me, hindi siya naging challenge. Because first and foremost, wala na yung parents ko nung when we met. But how I wish na meet niya yung
Yeah.
parents ko. Kasi I'm just blessed with my mom and dad na kung saan they just told us na yung pipiliin namin is someone who fears the Lord. Someone who loves God. Sa kanila, yun lang, ayos na sila nun. So, kaya rin siguro na embed na rin sa akin yun, na to find someone who really loves the Lord. And that's, yun. So, sa akin, di na siya naging question. And then, ako naman, towards her, well, I have some story to tell, but I think it will just get some of our time. Next, ano lang
Mm,
yun, next episode na lang
mm,
yun
mm,
about me fitting in her family. Pero
mm,
sa kanya, hindi ko naman naging question yun if I'm gonna fit into
mm,
their family. Because I know si God pa rin naman yung mag-orchestrate yun, si God yung maghihipo sa family nila. And yeah, there's hindi siya naging challenge sa akin. Hindi siya naging
mm.
question to ask sa akin. Sa'yo ba?
Wala din. Hindi rin. Kasi ako pinalaki ako ng nanay ko na parang walang ganun eh. Kahit yung mom ko kasi she respects kung sino man yung ipakilala ko sa bahay namin. And then
Yeah.
ako sa kanila, or kung sa wife ko or in general, parang wala din akong ganun na parang magugustuhan ba ako. Kasi eventually, ang goal ko dun is, Lord, you will be the one to speak
Yeah.
to them
True.
for in behalf of me. Parang, um, so ikaw na pong bahala mag-speak sa kanila.
Yeah. Siguro ano to bro no. This question is appropriate to ask to those people who are cross-culturally married. Oh,
Yeah,
kasi
pwede.
there are things that there are things that what I've learned is talagang pinipili nung ibang lahi, ibang yung
Mm,
mga taga-ibang bansa, who are they gonna choose for certain
yeah.
like stature sa buhay. Like for example, I'm not saying all, like those Chinese people, the Chinese. They're trying to pick someone who's Chinese as well, or
Mm,
someone who has this kind of business. We're not trying to say anything about wrong against them, but there's just that. Meron silang ganun eh. Culture na nila yun eh. Even sa Philippines, di ba? Ganun. In South Asia, ganun din sila. Those Nepalese, Indians, Bangladeshi, ano pa ba, Sri Lankans, they have some stature, parang kailangan, especially in their culture, in Indian culture, ako kakapanood ko lang siguro ng Bollywood eh, no? Na kailangan parehas. Or
mm,
kung lalaki ka, mas above ka dun sa mga pangasawa mo. Or else, parang kahiya-hiya ka dun sa family. Or syempre, kung mahal na mahal ka naman ng babae, parang kahiya-hiya man. So, ganun, parang, alam mo yun, talking about being fit with the family, I guess it goes to those people who are having a cross-cultural relationship.
so challenge yun. So I think for that, talagang si Lord na lang mag-work doon.
Yeah.
Eh kung, yeah, that's for if you're a Christian and you're in that kind of relationship. Again, ang hirap kalabanin ng kultura, pero at the end of the day, we have a God who sees us and,
Yeah.
who looks after us. So it's impossible for men. It's
Yeah.
possible with God. Yun na lang
True.
talaga. Yun si
True.
Lord talaga.
True.
So moving ahead with our discussions, and I think as we conclude, we're giving tips, practical tips, um, as we mentioned earlier. I think one of the thing na nakatulong sa akin when knowing that she's the one, yung wife ko, is when I had that received that peace from God. It might not be so practical na talagang steps na may ginawa ka, pero yung what do I mean about peace from God? How do you get that peace from God? It's by reading your Bible. It's by talking to people. It's by processing it and bouncing it to other people. I think yun yung practical side nun.
Yeah.
Pero yung for you to have that peace from God, knowing na there are people na nasa likod mo in that decision,
Yeah.
in the saying. Kasi itong knowing that she's the one, hindi pa naman to yung kayo na eh. I
Yeah.
mean, yung boyfriend, girlfriend
That's
or
true.
what. Ito pa, I think this is the first stage of, alam mo yun, magle-lay down ka
That's
na
true.
alam mo sa sarili mo yung pagle-lay down mo, she's the one. Sa'yo yun sa'yo pa lang yun Kasi hanggat hindi siya nagsasabing yes for that, hindi mo naman masasabi pa rin na she's the one kung nag-no siya.
Yeah.
So, she's not the one.
Truth.
So, di ba? So, ano, parang kahit ganung pilit mo, Lord, I have peace, Lord, I have people, at alam mo,
Yeah.
hindi siya sumagot. So, she's not the one. Pero I think this is, it's just to answer that question, ano, practical things. Yeah, I think for me, that's one. You should have the peace from God. How do you get that peace from God is, by doing your devotion every day, talking to people, processing it, bouncing, ito yung natitipuan kong babae, ganito, ganyan, ganyan, and everything. So that you can get feedback as well.
Yeah.
And then make that decision na, yeah, I have that peace. You have
Yeah.
peace. And I think she's the one. So
Yeah.
let's lay down. Okay. Go, bro.
Sa akin,
Next.
there are three things. Add ko lang dun sa
Mm-mm.
peace. That's one. Peace from the Lord. Second, there's the joy.
Mm.
Oh. So there's joy and getting to know this person, na parang um, kahit na parang paano ko ba siya explain? Actually, hindi mo siya ma-explain eh. Kasi parang, it's something that comes within na hindi lang siya
Mm.
happiness based sa happenings. Oo. Na parang if you see something na it might be difficult is doon na parang ayaw mo na, ganyan. But you just know that there's the joy from the Lord. And you'll know that as you spend time with God, just like what you said, reading the Bible, praying, asking your godly leaders, and of course, lastly, the third one, righteousness from God. Is there sin on this? Ano lang ba yung habol ko sa kanya? Katawan lang ba? Bakit ko siya gusto? Kasi let's face it, visual tayong mga men.
Mm.
We want what we see. 'Di ba? So, ano ba talaga? Or because you know that you're just making this decision kasi it's her. Just like what I said actually in my yung wedding video namin, no, na parang I just said that it's her. No questions asked. Yun na yun eh. When you decide, you have to be sure.
Yeah.
That she's how will you know she's the one? It's you who's gonna know. It's you
Mm.
who's gonna know. You'll know it. You'll know it that this person is the one that I want to marry. But of course, just like what she said, let's put balance to that. If the woman will
Mm.
say no, then probably she's not it.
She's not
Pero
the one.
to answer that question, if she's the one, you'll know when you're in the altar and you both signed the contract and you got married. She's the one.
Mm. So parang yun na yun, how you know she's the one kapag kinasal na kayo. No, pero I
Yes.
mean, you think to sum up yung mga questions na tinanong natin. Yes, those questions are valid. You need to have some of those questions, like what we said, na negotiable questions and lists for you to find the one because it will help you and guide you.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, a practical thing, yung mga nabanggit naming mga ilan, we cannot fit them all in one episode. Marami pa po yun, mga
Yes.
practical things. We can continue this sa social medias. You can ask
Yes.
kasi we can never fit all of them. Mas marami pa pong bagay, mga practical things or tips na we can say. Pero in conclusion nga, no, yes, yeah, you have to have again God in the process. You should have God in the process and find peace, joy,
Yeah.
yung righteousness, and everything that you would need. Those questions would help. Um, if you have had those questions or kung hindi mo pa natanong sa sarili mo, hopefully this episode, open that um, side of things. Na, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I never thought of that question before. Maybe I could, we're not saying that you should have all those questions before you find the one.
Yeah.
But at least one of those, na-challenge ka na, oh, dapat pala tanungin ko yun, yung values,
Yeah.
yung faith. Dapat pala isa kami. Oo, lalo na kung Kristiyano ka. At
True.
lalo na you're a follower of Christ. So,
Yeah.
but I think,
No,
yeah.
add ko lang,
Mm.
no, yun nga, if you're deciding to lay down your intention, or meaning talk to that woman that you like, asking to pursue her, you just have to be sure. There's one pastor who asked me that oh, sure ka ba? Na siya na. Oh, sige, go for it. And
Mm.
don't be afraid to for rejection. Yes, it's painful, pero it's part. It's part. It's part of growing up. It's part of manning up. Pain will be there, pero yun you wanna know if she's the one eh.
Mm.
'Di ba?
Maganda
So,
yan, ah. Maganda yan sa next topic, ah. Paano ko nag-lay down. Eh, mga something
yes.
parang binigyan, bonus na po yun, bonus na sa episode. Paano, parang after answering all these questions, if you had this question, after doing the practical things, talking to people, having accountable with people, having that peace, na-receive mo na yun. Ngayon, paano ka mag-lay down? Paano mo
Yeah.
ilalatag? Na-process mo na with the Lord eh. Paano yung next step? Hmm.
Yeah.
So
That's
abangan nyo
good.
po. We can
Yes.
do that topic next
That's
time,
true.
ano? So I think that's all for now. Hopefully, I'm not
Yeah.
sure kung nasagot namin how she's the one dun sa pinag-usapan namin, but hopefully hindi kayo nalito sa kung ano mang kung saan dinala yung discussion. But yeah, I think I'm okay with this
Yeah.
the topic for
Yeah.
today
And if
tonight.
you're joining the discussion, if you got something from this and you're gonna quote something, please use the hashtag Late Night Men Talks or hashtag
Yes.
LNM Talks. That's the
Mm-hmm.
abbreviation of Late Night Men. So
Mm-hmm.
that we can discuss there, whether it's in Twitter or somewhere in the social media. Use it. Use the hashtag LNM Talks or hashtag Late Night Men Talks, and we'll surely react or comment to those
Mm-hmm.
discussion or comments or posts that you will do. And for some of you who are asking us some questions, ano po ba itong late night man, you can listen to our first the introduction, the brief
Introduction.
introduction that we have in Spotify. Are we in Apple Podcast now? I
Wala
think we're
pa,
still
ayusin pa
working on
natin yung
it.
logo.
Yeah. And then in Google Podcast, we're in Amazon as well, and you can watch
Amazon
it
Music.
in Amazon Music, and we're in YouTube as well. Just the snippets of what's happening here in the video that we're doing here. At the same time, yeah, we hope you got something from this, and you got
Mm,
encouraged, and hopefully, as you try to find that one, be the one first. Be the
yun.
one.
Mm.
And
How'd you know
so,
she's the one? I think that's it. That's the
yeah,
conclusion. How'd you know she's the one? You should be the
be
one
the
first.
one.
Be the one first.
Yes.
There you go.
So, yeah, thank you again, everyone, for tuning in here in Late Night Men Talks. And we hope to see you again next Monday.